Hi, welcome to another edition of Giant Screening's quarterly newsletter. Hope you're all doing well. A belated Happy New Year to everyone. So I'm just going to give you an update on a few things that have been going on in and around Giant Screening over the last two months or so. First one is to say a little bit late, but just to give our clients an update on what traditionally we would do at Christmas time, which is send a small gift to all our clients to say thank you for their support during the year and how great it is working with them. This year we decided to do something different. We have a charitable program called Giant Giving, and what we decided to do was to take the budget that we would normally spend on sending gifts to our client and use it for a good cause. So it's lovely to say that £2,000 was donated to Great Ormond Street Hospital, which I'm sure you'll agree is such a fantastic organisation, do some great work, and personally quite close to our hearts here at Giant as well. So that was done in Christmas. We've got lots of new joiners within Giant Screening. In particular, I've mentioned in previous editions about strengthening our management team as well, and I'm really pleased to welcome Kerry Redmond in as Head of Business Development as well. Kerry's got significant industry experience. She's got some great experience in markets that maybe we're not so strong in at the moment as well. So very excited about that as well. Also within our management team, Kelly Pugh has been promoted to our Head of Product. That's a really important position for us, because one of the things that you'll see over the coming months is us putting significant investment in developing the product, the way that we deliver it and what we deliver as well, just taking that step forward for our clients and prospects as well. We carried out a client survey recently. It's something we do at least every 6 months, just to get some feedback on our clients about how the service is going, what they enjoy about it, maybe what we can do better. Now, with the client surveys, it's lovely to receive a lot of positive feedback, which we do get, which is great. And in all honesty, I tend to kind of ignore those. What I'm really interested in understanding is where the challenges are and what we can do better. And what was really interesting is there wasn't a lot of negative feedback, but there was some suggestions on areas of improvement, and it kind of was a singular theme, and that theme was around communication and specifically the way in which the communications with the candidates, and maybe that we can improve on that. So that's been an ongoing project to make sure we do improve on the way that we communicate with the candidates. We do appreciate that, you know, as much as our client is our customer as well, the candidate is, and the candidate experience end to end is so important to us, and all of our staff are trained quite heavily on making sure that's great. But some of the things that we've been doing is increasing that training, talking to staff about you know, little things like when you talk to a candidate, smile. It comes across on the phone when you talk to candidates, but also looking at how we can improve the structure as well. So what we've done is we've implemented or started to implement WhatsApp, so a much better two-way communication with candidates. We tend to find that candidate communications around telephone calls are not very productive, and I think the reason for that is, you know, I tend to not answer phone calls from an unknown number or a number that I don't know. And also we're dealing with these candidates during their working hours, so it's hard to then have that conversation with them about where they're progressing to a new role. So within that, WhatsApp will allow us to really communicate well with those candidates as well. We're also looking at all of our templates on the information that goes out to the candidates as well, which is great on there. We launched IDVT. I think I probably mentioned it in the last update as well, which is the new right to work process within the UK. That didn't go quite as smoothly as we were hoping it would. And we've completely changed the way that we do that now. It was a new process. It's new to the whole of the UK. It's government led, and I think everyone experienced some challenges in the outset, but we were very quick to identify that. We've changed the way that it's done. We've changed the technology that we use for it as well. And I'm glad to say that we've got some phenomenal success rates now on there, which is absolutely great. We've also just launched our fast check product, which is really important. So fast check, that is one of the challenges, I guess, within the pre-employment screening process, is generally referencing. So if we look at the speed to deliver, the last things that are normally there are the references. So we kind of thought about, how can that be improved? So we've partnered with an organisation that allows us access to open banking, in essence, and we've got some more detail in the newsletter about it. We've found that we can complete cases in some instances in as little as 24 hours. And that's criminal record, that's sort of 5 years referencing, and a number of other checks that are in there as well. So really quite exciting, and a bit of a game changer as well. For people that need to get that onboarding done quickly. And certainly in the current market, it's very easy to lose good candidates if processes are prolonged. So that's really exciting. We've changed the structure as well of our operations and how they deliver. So what we now do is we have what we refer to as a first responder team. Now, that first responder team, what they do is they take a case in. So at the moment the candidate submits, within the first 2 hours, they've checked everything on the case. They've communicated back to the candidate if there's anything that we need. They've started the referencing. They've applied for a criminal record check. They've done all the relevant checks. So it's about getting that speed. So getting it really quickly in progress and moving. And as soon as they've done that, it then moves over to our advisor team. And our advisor team are the ones that will then manage that case through to completion. We'll work with the candidate, we'll work with the client, etc., and things like that. So that's a really positive change, and we're seeing great results with that as well. Certainly in reducing that turnaround time, which I know is all important. We've also changed, or one of the things that we will be changing and that we'll be communicating out, is our client support as well. Now, the way that our business is structured is that we have our operations department and then we have our service delivery department. Operations kind of does what it says on the tin. It delivers the process, it does the checks, etc., and things like that. Service delivery traditionally has been about implementation, client reviews, configuration, ongoing, more strategic, bigger things. But actually what we're going to do is we're going to shift everything from a client perspective into service delivery. So they have a dedicated resource that is end to end, just there to support them. And that will be on everything, even if it's, what's going on with John Smith's criminal record check, for example, or something more significant than that. Then, we want to upgrade some of the services that we use, or we want some advice on, what kind of screening can we do in Germany, or whatever that may be. There's going to be a dedicated resource there now to ensure that clients are dealt with quickly. And you should notice that the response times will pick up significantly. Also, what's great from that is that if we can start analysing trends of the questions that we get and kind of see, well, is there a way that we can remove those questions almost? Is there something that we can change that means that those questions wouldn't be prompted? So a lot going on as ever. So subscribe if you want to keep updated. Subscribe to the newsletter, that'd be great. If you can manage to put up with me for this long each time, which is fantastic. We've also got in the next newsletter an incredibly exciting announcement to do. So I can't say anything yet, but please tune in to me waffling on for 5 minutes in the next newsletter. It'd be really appreciated. So again, Happy New Year, everyone. Thanks for spending the time. Have a read of the newsletter. As ever, anything that you want, reach out to me, reach out to the team. We're there to support you. Thanks very much.